Radiant team banned.
She's not targeting MC whatsoever.
I think I think it's fair for them to be really worried about the Lone Druid, and Razor would have given them a good mid matchup, which is basically what Lone Druid kind of does, makes it safe for them. But I do like the Darkseer pick from Liquid. It's going to basically allow Liquid to always push in that lane, which may keep the supports more busy and give them more flexibility to actually pressure Storm instead. May like limit EG's hero resources because they're going to have to be all over the place.
This looks like a very hard to play IO game. They have Storm Spear, you can just jump in the back lines, Clockwork as well to get the vision with the rockets. You can always know exactly where he's kind of positioned, and Bristol's always kind of a pain. That being said, you know, we did talk about the Sven with the Warcry can be quite helpful versus it, but definitely scared for little GH right now.
Still fandom for Liquid as well.
There's still an Invoker in the pool, actually.
That's what the poster wants.
That's actually maybe the last pick to get with this draft. I mean, it's greedy, but say they need something that's going to be able to deal with the Bristleback and just scale, because Sven is going to get kited at various stages of this game.
Yeah, they've ran Miracle on the Sven most of the times. Matu played mid after that, but there's definitely still the, you know, he could definitely play Sven.
Were all those games with Lone Druid though? Like, I don't think they've done that without the Lone Druid.
I believe so, yes.
The grand final meta is real already. Both of these teams have got. 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 Developed. I can see you guys are excited. The Necrophos converge.
I'm really happy to see a Necro come out. I think that hero has been buffed several times. Respawn talents got removed. He's been getting like continuous increased like chances. So, I was gonna
go, please.
I'm gonna go with Liquid. I think EG still has a strong draft. This Bristle can be extremely difficult, and well, not just the Bristle, the Storm can get out of control because the lack of disable.
Yeah.
But I love me some GHIO. I can't really go against that one.
I don't blame you.
I'm on the EG wagon. I think as much as I like the Necro last pick, it's a hero that suits Liquid. Matu's played it a lot. They know how to play around it. I think EG's draft is still in their realm of what EG's been playing a lot of. The Clockwork for Universe, the Storm, Bristle, everything. EG have gotten what they want out of this draft.
Yep. I'm they're ready for the IO pick, and I think they grab their, especially their second phase, they draft it around countering the IO. I think they can take the win.
All right, let's do this. It is your casters who are chomping at the bit to dig their teeth into a best-of-5 grand final. Evil Geniuses, Team Liquid, live from Moscow with your casters. It's Odie and Malini.
Thank you very much, Alex. A lot of people would agree in terms of that slight edge for EG coming into this and the runs that both of the teams have had.
Боже, ты посмотри вокруг, что происходит! Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй, что сейчас произошло?
Wah, ternyata mereka remit. Kuroki bertemu dengan saya di sana. Skor 1-0 dong. Ya.
Got it. Gold from my chest. Denied.
Di sana kita lihat masih mereka farming. Ya. Iya. mengeluarkan gunstrengnya. Universe sudah ikut ke dalam gas kecil oleh Vira.
Double kill! Radiant's middle tower is taking a drubbing. Radiant vaults have been fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Coin for me.
Got it.
Hasn't been in any of these fights. He hasn't been helping out his mid lane. His tower is still up. He's the one that can do ancient stacks, and he's the most farmed hero on the EG side. So I think they actually need to play around the shrine. Notice they haven't used the bottom Radiant Shrine yet, and if they can take a fight around the Ancients when Bristle is already doing it with a lot of Warpath stacks up, perhaps that could be their avenue back into this game.
9 minutes in, and Miracle has the Mask of Madness and the Treads complete. 5.5k net worth. Lying up middle.
This is a big difference from some of the other games where we see Sumail get dual mid. Usually when he gets dual mid, usually they'll respond with at least one, and Zai, and occasionally two heroes with Zai and Crit, both making sure that they can make sure that Sumail doesn't die this many times in the early game. But he is quite well known for his Stone Spirit, and definitely should not count them out yet.
Absolutely not. There's definitely potential for EG, but it is diminishing as the game goes on at this stage. Top lane, RTZ moving himself in to contest the farm of Matsumamat. Very close to that in the Necro. Only a few hundred between the two of them, and in fact straight away...
Wisp just hit 6,
yeah.
So now they can make a move. We see a smoking coming in from Matoma, and Kuro looking up to set up a kill on the Storm Spear. Storm Spear is level 8, so he can jump away, but with relocate,
if they scythe immediately, there's going to be no chance for the escape. Snowball into the side. They didn't even need the relocate, but they'll bring in to witness the death again of Sumail. 35 seconds out of the map.
They probably didn't know that Wisp was 6 because they don't have a good observer wards up in that ancient area, and he took out a massive stack that GH and Miracle are already back doing right now. They might sack this T1 tower, but they're still getting more than enough farm around the map. So they're just ignoring RTC because Bristle doesn't farm incredibly fast if he's not taking down Ancients. So they're EG are forced to put Bristle back in the lanes because he's the only hero that's not going to die. But it's hurting their overall farm a lot.
EG will claim Tier 1 tower from the top, an extra bit of boost to RTZ's back. At the same time, Liquid in return taking that bottom tower. Matsumamat, Rod of Atos first item for this Necro, so an extra bit of control that's going to be very, very hard for Sumail to play around.
Yeah, that is actually incredibly bad for the Storm.
Yeah.
Because as long as they kill him a few times, I think they can kite the Bristle indefinitely, and they have Warcry. So you can actually ignore the Sven or ignore the Bristle for first 7, 8 seconds of the fight and just kill everyone else. And at this point, with the farm distribution on EG, it seems like everyone else is going to die aside from the Bristle, and then they can just deal with them, kite him, wait for the stacks to fall off, and then finally take him down.
It really seems for EG to have a chance of winning a fight, it's got to be about the pickoffs. Just in any situation where there's full 5 heroes on both sides, the mass just doesn't check out for EG. They haven't got the damage or the control to out-sustain. In fact, Kuroki going in with a very deep dive. The Tom will be there to hold him back, but Miracle, brought in by GH, will find the kill. Bow comes through only to connect onto Mind Control. Miracle, the rest of the God Strength moves down towards the bottom tier 2 as Liquid are able to claim another. In fact, they want to try and defend the top tier 2. EG were pushing in, but RTZ left around already too low, takes a Reaper side to the face. The snowball's there to cancel the freezing field, and Liquid just won't give Evil Geniuses a break.
I think Tusk is actually really good versus Bristle. I think the panel talked about the Sven and the Necropost, but the Tusk is pretty good because with the shards, you actually force him to turn back into you.
That's true.
That's what we just saw there. He sharded him at the tower, and what are you going to do? Stay in the shards for the entire duration? You have to turn back into the enemy team so that you can run away. And that brief second that he was faced towards the dire base, he gets reapered in the face. That's painful. Your most farmed hero gets reapered and just makes quick work of.
What an incredible start for Liquid. This is, well, it's got to be one of the biggest leads we've seen this early on in the games here at Epicenter. 14-1, 13 minutes in, 9K gold lead.
9K gold lead for 9K players.
Absolutely. Liquid showing us how to well and truly deal with the Bristle. Just focus on crushing the mid lane in the early game and having this Necro now at this stage where, because you have this lead, it's relatively easy to bring RTZ down to the threshold where he's going to pop under Aretha's side.
And he's not that tanky. All he really has is just a bunch of small items, Vanguard being the significant one, but Vanguard, damage block versus God Strength, not really blocking a whole lot there percentage-wise.
See what they can find here, RTZ. Be careful, Liquid with the full 5-man ready to fight. Can he traditionally pick to turn this die? He's going to be the one to be opened upon. Is he going to get a chance to get anything out? He will get out the torrent, hold back Miracle and Kuroki, but the Rod of Angels is there, controlling RTZ. Sumail trying to zip in to take down GH, but GH is kept alive. The snowball comes back in for Kuroki, the Reaper side's there. Sumail's out, RTZ down as well. EG, they've lost 3. They're going to lose even more. Grit tries for the freezing field, but Miracle picks up the triple kill. And Liquid fighting for taking the tier 2. Ben, this game may even be over.
Yeah, I'm trying to push high ground. I like the Wisp and Necro pairing a lot too because Necro actually keeps your Wisp alive. That's one of the worst parts about playing Wisp is everyone focusing down. As you saw that fight, they try to kill the Wisp, but Necro is really good at protecting his little ball buddy.
How do you stop this push? 14 minutes in, losing a tier 3. The Lexmark Miracle back, but he doesn't mind. He knows he's got the backup. Easy escape. Now they have the mech complete on mind control. More and more items coming together to fuel Liquid's push to the high ground, which at this rate could come again in very shortly. Taking down the shrines. Evil Geniuses. What's their plan? They finally get that hood finished up on RTZ, so at least now he can remain a little alive, but there's so much to go around that. The God Strike from Miracle. Even at this stage, the punch from Kuroki.
I think like Sven right now is just, he's pretty much like a bristle bag in that he just does tons of damage and incredibly difficult to kill. And he's being more of a bristle boss than bristle boss is.
Yeah, it seems, yeah, you may have complained about the bristleback pickers, but now it's the Necro Sven pickers you've got to be worried about. These guys coming in with the answers. Kuroki with the strats. And now again with the smoke. Heading across, RTZ is trying to get a break here, farming a big ancient stack. consider it was maybe a hero that was, I mean, as weird as it sounds, a little too...